Hey there, wonderful viewers. Welcome back to our channel. It's been a little bit while since our last video, and I want to start off by expressing my gratitude to your patience and understanding. I have been dealing with some personal matters that needed my attention, which is why I haven't been active as I would like to. But I'm proud to come back with you today to continue with what we started in our previous video. In our last video, we delved into the world of SMS gateway and began the journey of configuring it. I'm happy to report that thanks to your engagement and feedback, we were able to cover up some significant progress. However, life threw a few curveballs my way, and I had to stop away momentarily. For those who might have missed our last video or need a quick recap, let's do a brief overview of what an SMS API is or why it is so vulnerable and essential. An SMS API allows us to integrate SMS into bracket short message service functionality into our application, website, or service. This can open up a world of possibility for communication, notification, and interaction. So, what's the agenda for today? Our mission is crystal clear. We are going to pick up from where we left off and complete the configuration of the SMS API. Together, we are going to go through the necessary steps, troubleshoot, and fix any bug we encounter, and ensure that by the end of this video, we have fully operational SMS API ready to rock. I have broken down the process into a series of steps that we will all follow together. From setting up the API credentials to integrating the API calls into our codes. We'll tackle each part step by step. If you are new to APIs, don't worry. I will explain everything in a beginner-friendly way, making sure that everyone in this channel is on the same page. Oh, enough of the talking, let's get on with it already. In the video description below, you will find a link to the resources we'll be using today. This includes the API documentation and any code snippet we'll be implementing and other helpful references. Feel free to follow along and pause the video whenever you need to catch up. Alright, so in your Nalo, when you search, you are going to see this is the Nalo official website. This is the Nalo official website. So what you would want to do is you would want to go to the login and press the login button. Okay, for now I'm not connected to the internet. So you press the login button and I'm sorry for that. My internet was not connected, but I've connected it back. So when you press your login button, you're going to see this option to sign up or sign in. So I already have an account with Nalo. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press on the continue with Google account. We wait for some time for the authentication to process. So I'm going to choose my Google account in which I want to sign in with. We'll wait for some time. Wait for some time. Wait for some time as it proceeds. So while we are waiting, okay, I think it's in. Right, so this is the interface. This is where you're going to see when you log in or when you sign up at the first time. So initially, you can see my balance here. I have a balance of 4 Ghana cedis, 4.85 Ghana cedis. All right, so this is the service they provide: sending SMS, sending IDs. So this is the sender ID, the job management, address booking, and whatever. So we are going to focus on the SMS, right? So you will see the sender's ID. What the sender ID is trying to depict here is, when a message is sent, let's use MTN as an example. When MTN sends you a message, an SMS notification, you get to realize that there is a head. There is a head like mobile MTN mobile money. So that is what we say in the sender's ID. So in here, you can see that some, I have couples of senders ID here. I have Quizzicals, I have City Life, I have Global Cathedral. All right. So note this, that if you want to request for a sender's ID, your sender's ID shouldn't be more than 11 characters. So even if I want to write, let's say Kwesi Evans, Kwesi is here, so you can see this error. Sender ID cannot be more than 11 characters. So your sender's ID cannot be more than 11 characters. You can use a camel casing for your sender's ID, something like this, and it's okay. Or you can do something like this. Can Kujo, you see, so something like this. Then you request. I don't want to request for the sender's ID because I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use the existing one, which is Quizy Codes. So when you request for a sender's ID, they are going to send you an email to verify that you have requested for an SMS, a sender's ID, and it is pending. Yeah, so you wait for some time to they approve it, and I don't think it takes 24 hours for them to approve it. Some couple of hours and you're good to go. You approve it. So when your account has been approved, you would want to buy credit into your Nalo account. You would want to buy credit into your Nalo account. So in here you can see this button that says buy credit. So you press on the buy credit and you can see the SMS credit. Press on the SMS credit. All right, so when you press on the buy credit, you're going to see options to choose which mobile money you would want to send through. If you want to send to ATM money, MTN mobile money, or Vodafone cash. So in my situation, what I did was I'm using an MTN SIM card, so I just chose the MTN, and then you insert your mobile number here, the mobile number that you want the transaction to happen on. Yeah, so when you insert the mobile number here, then you enter the amount. So when you enter the amount, you can press next, and they are going to send you an a USSD that you are going to type into your normal phone dialect, and they will ask you for your PIN code. Then you will insert your PIN code then to make the transaction. That's all. All right. So after you've been able to make buy some credit into your Nalo account, what you want to do is you want to come down here to settings. So when you go to settings, you can see your authentication key. Authentication key, this one. So you press on this authentication key, then you copy it, right? All right, you copy it like this. So when you copy it, you keep it in your clipboard. Now let's go back to our course to configure our API in our code. All right. So what you would want to do is you would want to go to the folder where our project was created initially. Then you open your favorite text editor. Mine is VS Code. So after you open your VS Code, you would want to copy the folder and paste it in the VS Code. And don't forget to start your XAMPP and your Apache. Right? Okay. So after that, we want to run to see what we did initially. Yeah, we would want to see what we did so far. So I would want to run CLS and PHP artisan serve to see what we have. Let's see what we have. All right, so it has started successfully. I'll press command and let me go to any web browser. You go to your favorite web browser and type the port that is running on. That is 127. We'll wait for some time till it opens up. All right, so this is where we ended. In our previous video, we were able to add a member into the database successfully. We talked about how to register, how to make a request, how to make a route, and other things. So at the last part, in the last part of the video, we are going to customize this dashboard to our liking. where we change the images and some things here. We'll give the admin the opportunity to upload a logo himself so that it will be dynamic. Yeah, so in here too, we'll want to change it to multiple selection. We're going to do it in the next video that we will be tackling. In this particular video, we are mainly focusing on the API, right? So this is what we did the last time. So in this video, we are going to configure our Nalo API into our system. So what we are going to do is now, if you have a little bit background in a programming, I guess you would know what the .env file is. This is where we are going to keep all our secret key. So let me break down what a .env file is. Now, imagine you are building a fancy high-tech clubhouse. This clubhouse has a lot of cool gadgets and features that make it work smoothly. But there is a problem. Some of these gadgets need to know secret codes to work properly, like a special code to unlock the door or secret handshake to activate the cool light. Now, we don't want to show these secret codes to everyone who walks into the clubhouse. That is where the .env file comes in. It's like a hidden vault inside the clubhouse where you keep all secrets, codes, and settings. .env stands for environment, and it's file that stores important information that your clubhouse, in bracket, or in the case your Lava web application need to function properly. Think of .env file as a receipt card for your favorite dish. It has all the secret ingredients and instructions that only the chef, in bracket, your web application, need to know. This secret might include things like database password, API keys, like magic codes to connect to other apps, and settings that control how your application behaves. The cool thing in the .env file is super privacy. It, it's, it's not shown to outside world, just like you don't want to show your secret recipe card to anyone passing by. This keeps important information safe and secure. So whenever your web application needs to use one of these secret codes or settings, it checks in the .env file and grabs the right information. It's like Clubhouse members following the secret handshake to access the hidden features. In summary, the .env file is like a secret recipe card for your Lava web application. It holds all the important hidden information your application needs to run smoothly, like secret codes and settings, and it keeps them safe from prying eyes. So I hope my explanation was meaningful and understandable. So we are going to create a part where we are going to store our Nalo API configurations. So in here, what we would want to do is you would type Nalo Nalo. I'm going to type Nalo URI. So this is the port. This is the URL that you are going to point at. I'm going to put this in the video description so that you get it right. You don't have to bother yourself pausing this video to find the correct thing to write. So I'm going to put the link to the video in this particular video description, right? So after you have your Nalo URL URI, you would want to write your Nalo key. Your Nalo key. So what is your Nalo key? If you could recall, we copied something into our clipboard. So you come down here to our clipboard, here, right? And we go to authentication and copy the Nalo key again. So this is where we have, this is what we call the Nalo key. All right. So next, we are going to type your Nalo secret, your Nalo sender, your Nalo sender ID. So the sender ID is the sender ID that you requested from the Nalo company. In my case, I already have SMS sender ID. In my case, I already have Quizzicals, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to type Quizzicals. So let me copy Quizzicals and then put it there. Now, when you are done with this, you are 50% done. You will have to go to your configuration, config, and look for where we have your services, and scroll down to this place. So in your services, what you are going to do is you are going to configure your Nalo tool here. So what you would want to do is you write Nalo and go down here. Then we have your what, your URI. So your URI is going to be, I'll type it. It's going to be .env, and the name that we gave to it. So let me go to the .env to prevent any problem. And let me copy this name. Come back here and paste it down here. And then we have our key, right? Key. And then our key, we have .env. This is our key. Oh, sorry. We have our sender ID and the ID. So this also helps. Supposing you want to make some changes, you don't have to go through the codes one by one to be looking for each and every sender that ID that you've passed. All what you have to do is just come to your .env file, change it once, and it's going to reflect in all the places you have your sender ID. So there's it. We have successfully configured our. So what you'll want to do is you want to run this command too as well. Open your terminal, CLS, and type PHP artisan optimize, and you are good to go. You are completely good to go. All right. So this will bring us to the end of this video. You are going to see the test and everything in our next video, because there we are going to configure this Nalo into our web app, right? So stay tuned for more exciting content coming your way. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any updates. Until next time, happy coding.